I am sure sports. You know me there. I'm coast to coast representing. I may say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right. Good morning. How you doing? Hope everybody doing well. Hope everybody doing fine. Can you hear me now? Yes, indeed. We are blessed indeed. What a good day it is. It is the day that the Lord has made. So let us rejoice and be continually glad in it. Thank God that we are here today, celebrating life and life more abundantly in the Most High God. You understand me? Yeah, man. No matter how much difficulties you may have had over the festive season, you are here alive and well. So you got to give thanks for that life that you have, for the breath in your lungs. Yeah, because it is certainly the goodness of God. You understand me? Hope you are able to spend some quality time with your family over the holidays, right? I for one, I avoided putting out a lot of content, because I just feel like this is a time, this is a season when instead of listening to shows and doing those things, people should be focused on their family time and enjoying, their loved ones and just being there, because life is very short. You can be here today, as they say, and gone tomorrow. So you want to make sure when you have the moments, you can actually celebrate the goodness of the Almighty God with the ones who you love. Because at the end of the day, family, you can't change your family. The family you're born in is the family you're going to be in. That's the truth. And no matter how much battles and back and forth you may have, they remain your family. We also thank God for the good people, because there are many faithful and good friends we have, that they stick by us to help us in life most difficult times. We also thank God for the difficulties, and sometimes even for the enemies, for those who don't like you, for those who speak all manner of evil against you. because there's a necessity for an enemy, because it is opposition sometimes that helps to build us and make us strong. You understand me? Every failure as well, I want you to know, is a lesson towards financial success. So while you have some failures, you understand me, know that sometimes those failures will help you. Right? I want to quote for you, want to share. It says, we are like books. Most people only see our cover. The minority read only the introduction. Many people believe the critics. Few will know our content. So that is my word for you today. Let me read it again. Just a quote. We are like books. Most people only see our cover. The minority read only the introduction. And many people, right, believe the critics. Few know our content. I think I need to do that a third time for all of you, just so you can catch it and so you can capture it, because it's very critical. We are like books. Most people only see our cover. The minority read only the introduction. Many people believe the critics, and few will know our content. Many people don't take time to know people, right? And so, get to know people, live good, and good will follow you. Today, really do I do shows on Saturdays. So today promises to be a good one. You can call in, you can see sporting stories of 2024 top 10. Give me some of the stories that you believe were really big stories for the year. I mean, locally, meaning in Jamaica, but if you have one outside of Jamaica, across the broader world, then that is also good. I'm going to give you the JPL review, EPL review, and some under 17 update, right? As many of you would know, we have an under 17 team that is about, in a couple of weeks, well, more than a couple, because a couple is two. In a few weeks, we'll be participating in the qualifiers for the World Cup, headed by coach Freddie Butler and his staff. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. But I want to big up all the persons who are here on the platform very early. Chorus, Gunners Boss, bless up every time. Baggio, I'm glad that you finally got your shirt, sir. Bless up every time. Bessa, the documentary, big up every day. That is a constant saying. Every day above earth, man, is a blessing. Kyle Wallace, been a minute, Thank you for all your support, my brother. Keep on doing what you're doing, You understand me? Sometimes the little things that we do, though they are not highlighted by the majority, but they're making significant impact. Alan Wedderburn, bless up every time. Sports on the ball, big up yourself. You understand me? Grace and peace be multiplied unto you. All right. So, listen, I want to also thank all the person who supported all our Edward Barnaby. Bless up yourself, Baller from long time. What you mean, man? Big up yourself. Volva, man. All right. Uh, Pine Action Gunners Boss says, it is impossible to know people. I believe it's not looking at what's around you, but look at what's inside your heart. True, true. Good one, my boss. Bless up Gunners Boss. Gunners Boss 2025 coming up. I like the new things you're typing. The way you're sharing. Keep it on that positive. You understand me? While remaining true to yourself. All right. Want to say a big thank you, because so many persons. Should I call the names right for our some of them don't want the names to be called, so maybe I shouldn't call any names. But all our effort in the festive season to help the less fortunate were great and tremendous success, and that is due to you. It's not management, it's you. It's you, the loyal, faithful friends and supporters of the channel, who continually pour back and give back to the platform. And so I am so grateful that from a far distance you're able to touch lives by your gifts and your kindness. All right? Really appreciate it. And words are never enough to express how grateful I am that you chose to partner with this platform in being a blessing to other people's life. All right? And look for other opportunities to just be a blessing. Big up to Triple E. Blessings every time, my friend. Certainly a joy. And many of you don't do it publicly here, but it is still done, and it is really appreciated by the I Am Sure Sports family. Again, let me say this, because I am not one who likes to break up what I'm doing to tell you to like, subscribe, and share. But sometimes people just don't remember. So please, if you're on the channel right now, hit the like button, please, subscribe and share. Right? If you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe. Please make sure you hit the like button as well. That is critical, critical that you do that in support of the channel. All right. So if you have done that, I would really appreciate it. Tell somebody else, right? We eagerly anticipate getting to 500, um, getting to 10,000 subscribers, and you can help with that. All right. So please make sure you do that. All right. All right. Yep. Um, big up Drew Ross, aka Drew Fortis. Listen, Drew is such a good guy. You know, he's in a constant battle um with I'm not even going to tell you, you know, in a group that we are, and it is so good. Listen to both of them going and back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But so yeah, so let me just share with you a couple of things to keep you up to date with what is happening. Mark Gaza says Gunner's boss is one of the most positive man out there. Talk it how him see it. Him should be leading on his own platform. Big up Mannings, man. All right, true. All right, I learn a lot from this channel. Big up sports on the ball. Appreciate that, my friend. And I mean, I learn from my comment section. It matures me. It helps me to uh it helps in developing my own uh emotional intelligence as a person in terms of how I respond and react. And you know, you learn from everything. The bad experiences on these platforms have helped me, so too the good ones, to grow and become a better person. And which we're always in the mold and in the place of doing, as long as we exist on planet Earth. Every day presents us with an opportunity to learn and grow and become better at who we are. All right, so there were a couple of press releases from the JFF, from by Simon Preston, who is the media officer there. This one was on Christmas Eve, and it says Jamaica national under 17 football team has been invited by the Mexican Football Federation to participate in the Torneo del Sol tournament, right? Scheduled for January 6th to 11th. So you see, that means that next week, Monday, the under 17 in Mexico, the highly competitive event will feature 16 teams, including the Mexican U17 national team, invited national teams from Trinidad and Tobago, Guatemala, and Panama, and clubs from Mexico's professional third division league. The Torneo del Sol offers an invaluable opportunity for Jamaica U17 team to test their mettle against the high caliber opponents as they have final as they finalize preparation for the CONCACAF U17 World Cup qualifiers set to begin in February 2025 in Guatemala. Notably, this tournament will provide the young reggae boys with exposure to international competition, allowing them to sharpen their skills and measure their progress against elite teams. The teams the team has participated in several intense training camps both in Jamaica and in the USA over the past few months, and has gained valuable match experience through 5 international friendlies, where they won 4 matches and drew one. Domestically, the boys have played 7 matches, securing 3 wins and 4 losses. Head coach Altamont Freddie Butler emphasized the importance of this preparation phase as the team approaches the critical stage of their World Cup qualifier campaign. And this is Coach Freddie Butler's quote. He says, "This tournament provides the perfect platform for us to compete against top level national teams. which is crucial as we approach the final stretch of preparation for the World Cup qualifiers in Guatemala. Playing at this level will allow us to assess our players in a high pressure environment and to make the necessary adjustment as we fine tune our squad, said Butler. Coach Butler also noted that the final roster for the U17 World Cup qualifiers will be announced at the conclusion of the Torneo del Sol. Jamaica Football Federation President Michael Ricketts welcomed the opportunity for the U17 team, stating, "We are grateful to the Mexican Federation for the invitation. This is a testament to the respect Jamaica's football commands on the international stage. Our young players will gain invaluable experience from this tournament, which is vital to their growth and readiness for the CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. The Jamaica U17 team is determined to build on their strong international record and make a statement in Mexico as they continue their journey towards World Cup qualification." For more information, you can stay tuned to the GFF social media platform. So I think that is good. And it like I said, invaluable experience and exposure that is so good for the team. Yeah, very good. I know also there's a partnership with the Mexican Football Association as it relates to coaching, which I think is also a good thing. Um, uh, Also, we just heard that Anton Carneal, who heads the whole coaching, um, Anton Carneal is the Trinidadian that has really helped with the licensing, the licensing of the coaches here and in Trinidad and across the Caribbean. He has just been appointed. All right. Well, just Anton Carneal for graduating from the first edition of the FIFA Technical Leadership Diploma course. All right. The good news about this is I think what is happening and what we are beginning to see is that these courses that are licensed are the licensing courses that are being done. We are beginning to see now a process of them leading to a place where there is not only Caribbean recognition, but a recognition across the Caribbean, one across CONCACAF, and hopefully that in other confederations the certification will bear some weight. It does not mean, however, that if you have the A license here, you can get a job in Europe to coach without doing some of their um, courses. What it means, though, is that just like in university, when you have done certain courses and you go to uh, uh, an accredited university, you get exemption from certain courses. I can see where this licensing process will give the coaches who have them, especially at the advanced level, which is the A level, it will give them the opportunity to get exemption if they so desire to pursue coaching education at a broader level. So I think it is good, and for those who have done the courses, it is very good, which is whether you've started out at the D or you're at the A level. So it is a good thing. It's a step in the right direction, and from that we have seen a better brand of football. I still believe, though, in my opinion, that the the talent that we had in, say, the 90s is I believe that level of talent, when you look at some of the names, are ahead of most of the Jamaican kids we see right now at the same age in some of the same high school institution. But I believe with all the advancement in the sport, that teams look more the part now than back in the day. But back in the day, I believe when you look at teams, the individual talent pool, to me, had great depth, and if these same things were available to them, would have probably had a lot more people playing at higher levels across the world. But that's just how life is. Um, if you read book like um, the talent code and stuff, it tells you, um, and the outliers, it tells you about these things, right? Um, the outliers talent code, good books to read, especially for young people. It tells you that sometimes you have to be born basically in the right place at the right time, and sometimes where you're born can have an effect, and the time when you're born, right? Just imagine Bill Gates, for example. He was where he was born, and where his mother worked, and the accessibility he had to, because I think his mom worked with IBM, so he had more hours on computers than most kids because he was born and raised close to the Silicon Valley. And so out of that, it was a time also when computers were coming on. So you would say that he was born at the right time in the right place, and that helped in his talent being developed into something successful. So these kids are born, I would say, in more ideal circumstances to take their talent to the highest level with the great coaching, expertise, and knowledge available right now. Now, back in the days, we certainly had some good coaches with limited resources that were still able to put out top players. And I know some um, definition of world class is wide and varied. So, but they were top players, and probably if they had the opportunity to, they would have been um, as good as others across the world. All right. So that must be bear in mind. So the under 17 team, kudos to them and the preparation and to coach Freddie Butler. They have a huge team. They have Carlton Butler Simmons. They have Omar McFarlane. They have Kerry James that works with them. There's Hopetoun. There is Vassal Reynolds as an assistant coach. They have Andrew Henry. They call him planting. He's sometimes there. They have uh oh geez, her name is Kay. Works with Cavaliers as well. She's a part of the setup there. They have a medical doctor who was volunteer this time in O'Shane White. They have uh Everdeen Scarlett. So they have a very big team and many others who work out there. And yeah, and try to bring that all together to make it successful. There are some people as well that really, like Jason Ferron, in the beginning of this, I think in the first stages of the camp, you had people like Jason Ferron, who was on board, Boris Johnson, Richard Sharpman Edwards. You saw Damian Stewart was at the last camp helping out as well. So many different persons have come in at different point and added value to the program. And this is what you want to see, that people can give their time and effort to some of these things, and so we can have good success. Now, as you know, at the 30-minute mark is when we take in phone calls. So if you're able to call in, or you want to call in, you can call in. Yeah, yeah, you can call in and give your thoughts, especially on the area of your some of your top stories of 2024, stories in Jamaica's sport and stories in just global sport. What are some of the top stories for you in the year 2024? Call in, let your voice be heard, share your opinion. I'd be very delighted to hear from you. Now, the JPL gets going again tomorrow. Um, Big games. I'm going to give you the matches that are being played. Um, this is the final set of games tomorrow before the window opens. As you know, that there's uh, I love what was said on commentary at the Mobi versus Veer game. They said the Calvary um, came, but their high line, oh geez, I mean the commentators really never did any justice, and so. But I do believe that Veer is going to, um, they're going to stay in the league, and I think while they need new players and they need some additional players, I also think they need to change. just how they play. In fact, let me just give you some stats. All right, and these are some of the things before I get into the fixtures for the JPL. Veer has the most yellow cards in the league so far. Veer also have the most red cards in the league so far. Whomever you get, those things must be fixed. Of the 14 games that they have played, 5 of them they have played portions of the game with 10 players. You have to fix the discipline. That's important. And when I say discipline, I'm talking about the decision making that leads players to be carded. So they have 41. The closest team to them, in fact, it's kind of funny because the closest team to them is Stapleton Maroon with 37. So none of the top teams, the 3 teams with the most yellow cards, Veer with 41, Chapelton Maroons with 37, Portmore with 35. When you go to red cards, Veer has 5 red cards, Chapelton Maroon 2, and Racing United 2. The discipline must get better. The discipline must get better. And they are not top scorers, or they don't have good discipline. They don't have good defensive record or goal scoring record, right? They are in the lower tier in both of those areas, which is not good. So yes, they need additional players. Um, I mean, but come on, you have to do better. Right now, Mount Pleasant are the team with the most goals. They have 34. Cavaliers has 26, and Mobile United 25. Right, Mount Pleasant has the most shots. They have the most shots on target. Right, so yeah, that's yeah the leading goal scorer at this stage, heading into the final week. Warner Brown of Tivoli Gardens, good young player, was in went in Europe for a very short stint on trial, and he's back. I think he's looking to head back there. He has 8 goals. He has the same as Kimoni Bailey of Mount Pleasant, who is on 8. Then you have Jalmaro Calvin, who is also on 8 goals of Cavaliers. Kimani Orborn of Arnett Gardens have 7. Brian Brown of Moby United on 7. Atafare Bygrave has 6. He's of Waterhouse. Aquasa Chung of Harborview, 6. Right? Shanil Thomas of Mobile United, 6. Shaquille Stein of Cavaliers, 5. And Daniel Green has 5. So those are the top goal scorers in the league. All right. As you know, Mount Pleasant leads the standard. All right. All right. So let me just soon come to your point there, Gunners boss. But how is the playing style for Mobe under the Argentinian coach? I think Mobe, I like the way they play. The fact that Mobe has doubled their point tally, up to this point when compared to last season. So it means that something good is happening at the club. I still believe in their front line. They need a little bit more youth. I forgot his name, but Simis, he was called once to the national team when the team played in Trinidad. Simis is his name. Shakur Simis, I think his name is. He came on, was on the left. He's pretty young, young player, very, very, very good young player. Came on, did well in that game. I think he set up one of the goals. But I think Owen Garden, he has looked good. Jordan Fletcher, Shanil, and Brian Brown. They are older, but they are playing good. But I kind of figure that as the league gets down into the playoff, they're going to have to get some youth. I'm hoping that maybe they can inject some more youth, especially, like I said, in that attacking area of their team. Come in the January window, I expect them to make some move. But I think they have been playing some very good football, and that is why they are where they are in the standing. All right. And yeah, so now let me give you the matches, right? Tomorrow, all right. So there is no Monday night fixtures. So all games will be played tomorrow. So it's a full slate of fixtures for tomorrow. Tivoli Gardens will play Humble Lion Football Club. All right. Now let me just say this to you. There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of things happening in the league. So I think the purchasing of Mobile United by the new owners, big move, money being invested in the football. So now you have, and this is what is happening. Now you have Portmore who has gotten some new investors. So there's new monies at Portmore United on the horizon. Humble Lion, there has been a sale, or it has been sold, and I hear that there's a big injection of capital over there, um at Humble Lion. So that's two teams. You have Veer, the merger of Veer Phoenix. You expect then that there is going to be financial resources, right? So that's Portmore, that's Humble Lion, that's Veer, Mobile United, Mount Pleasant. All right, Chapperton Maroons is a team that is financially strong as well. So that's six teams. Cavaliers just won major monies. That's seven teams. So you're having a league now where at some point it's going to come to the team that has, the most dollars, because there's a lot of capital injection in the teams in the league, which is a good thing, because it will mean that players are being paid better, and the kind of preparation that is needed to perform at the highest level will also be there. And I love, like, the injection of people into the Mobile United team has really just changed the way how Mobile operates. If you look at Mobile, have their own drummers in their stands. I mean, it's a whole new operation there at Mobile United. Things have just turned around when you look at the people following them. All right. Right. So that is good. Yeah. So let me ask Gunners Boss Asuk. So all you have to do, Kyle, is all the information is there. The people who run Rainforest and the call center in Montego Bay, it's public knowledge. The present the all of that was done. If you go and check the Mobile, they have their own website. It is there. When the takeover was being done, yeah, all their information was there. Peter Gould has not hidden himself. Mount Pleasant is there. Rudolph Speedrun Cavaliers, nothing has been hidden. The Doctor Man that runs Chapperton Maroons, all of these things are all out there. So there's no hidden. I don't think there's nothing that is not public where they are concerned. But if you want to know, you have to go and find out. But it's public. But some people don't. You understand? Some people are not interested in that. Yeah. So you can check it out, and you will find it, man. But everything was done publicly, and all of this information is out in the public domain. But good thought, because there needs to be a level of transparency and openness where that is concerned. So the league is gearing up to be more financially viable, right? So you have Tivoli versus Humble Lion. You have Dumbeholden versus Racing United Football Club St. Catherine Derby, that is. Harborview will be at home to Mobile United. This could be another defeat I don't know if I should call them the Stars of the East anymore, or just the men from the East. This is going to be an interesting game, because Mullines, they have been looking better. They have the young player from McGrath who had an excellent game last time around. Davis is his name, I believe, or Daly. They go up against Veer, the Calvary of Veer. This game is important, because if Mullines can get points, it really affects Veer's positioning. But if Veer were to win this game, it will be sinking Mullines further into the pits. And they need to start get their act together, or else they could be seeing themselves playing in the leagues in Kasafa. Our next big game, so that game is at 3. Our next big game, our next 3 o'clock game is our next big one. Portmore United hosting Cavaliers Soccer Club, right? That's a big one. You have, and then you have at Jerusalem, you have Waterhouse going up against Mount Pleasant. That's a big game. I think the first round, this is a drawn game, and then the final game of this round will be Arnett Gardens versus Chapelton Maroon. So some very, 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 very good games, right? Coming up tomorrow, right? So yep. So some very, very interesting and important games coming up tomorrow. Waterhouse will be at, so Tivoli plays Humble Lion. Yeah, the Magara coach is also the Mullines coach. Yes. I need to find out from a Mullines person, because is the club owned by Valney Brown? I need to know. Mr. Valney Brown, if you're listening, are you the owner of Mullines? Because I keep hearing that he's the owner of Mullines. So if anyone can tell me who owns Mullines, is it owned by Valney Brown? No, JPL fan. You come give me some score prediction. Uh, 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 yeah, give me some. One thing I can predict is that Mount Pleasant not losing. That I know. Mount Pleasant not losing. That is what I'm predicting. Yeah, 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 man. Investors are good people. Come on, hit the like button if you're watching. I'd appreciate that. If you like what is going on so far, please hit the like button, subscribe and share. It's only 31 likes so far, so let's see if we can get it. If we can get it up to 50 likes in no time, and then we can go on to some. Yeah, yeah. All right. This one says from Mark Garza says, um, he's a young coach that has been around for a while, a former Magra and GC Foster student who was coach Rivoli in the past. Yeah, man. Good guy. So let's see how that works out. All right. Gunners boss, I think he's saying that this is one of his top stories. He says, not enough people talking about this. Coco Goff is the highest paid female athlete in 2024. In 2024, she earned an incredible 30,400,000. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And people, that is all in US. Oh, yeah, right. Sorry, Warner Brown is at Arnett Gardens. True. Sorry about that. Yeah, he's at Arnett Gardens. Did play for Tivoli, former stats player, but he's at Arnett Gardens. My bad. How could I? Sorry, Warner Brown. Yeah, man. Of course, Mount Pleasant winning at Jerusalem. Fuzzy. Stop our confident 3 points. Quick and fast. Quick and fast. Quick and fast. Mount Pleasant have the best defense and best offense in the league. Quick and fast we get. As long as the field is good, because the Waterhouse field sometimes have pitches and patches. It's like they as long as the field is good enough, it's 3 points. One of the things I'm glad about is that the surface at Mount Pleasant is more conducive to some good football games, because there's less footballing activities on it. And I think that has helped. And there has been lots of rain. So it means that the grass is grown and, it's more level. And the Mount Pleasant team, they don't train at Draxall. And I think that has helped in the preserving of the surface. So that is good. That is so good to see, because I think the surfaces does all war. So people call in, let me know what are some of your top stories. let me give you just some that I have in mind. One of the big stories of 2024 for me, just in local football, is the Mount Pleasant saga. Owen, bless up yourself. The Mount Pleasant saga. That is the relieving of the coaches who took them to the finals of the league, right? You know, I would say the unceremonious severing of ties between Mount Pleasant and the group of coaches. And then Harold Thomas came in, didn't do so well, and then all the former coaches were brought back into play, with the exception of Coach Warren Barrett, who was not around in Jamaica. And so Coach Whitmore and his staff came back in. Davian Ferguson, who was on the books of Portmore, there was a major financial um, uh, payout just to get him back to be a part of the staff. I think that was a major story, because it is almost like what we see at international football level, just the movement of coaches over short periods of time. So I think that was one of the big stories when you think about just local football. The whole saga at Mount Pleasant, as we would say, before the start of the season, and the changes that were made at the starting of the Premier season. I was one who never thought like the move of the coaches was justified, and advocated for them to be returned, and they did return, and we can see the turning of the fortunes as they returned to Pleasant. That's one of the big stories on the local scene. Next big story, it, and is and continues to be the success of this Cavaliers team. They won the league, they won the Caribbean club championship. They are doing so well. In fact, in this year, they went to the finals and lost, and went to the finals and won, basically. And they won the Premier League. I think they were in almost every 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 competition a Cavaliers team participated in this year. They got to the final, from youth to female football. And so it's a big thing for the club that has happened. And I always say this: whatever issues you have with Rudolph Speed, personal issues, you have to put that aside and give the man some kudos for his success as a coach on this island. My only disappointment is that he's in a very, what I'd call, compromising position. And here's why I say that. I say that because he has quality as a coach. And those qualities, I believe, would best serve at our under 20 level. But I believe he believes that he has greater influence over the football, serving in the technical committee. But I believe that he could make bigger impact by coaching at the under 20 level. In fact, I also think if he were to work even with the senior team, this is just my opinion. I have no records to prove it, except what I've seen him done with Cavaliers. And generally, his players are between 18 to 23. When they begin to get to 24, he replaces them. And 25, he replaces them. Therefore, the best thing I think for him is to work with under 20s at the national level. But I think he believes that he'd lose some of his influence over the general footballing, operational, technical structure if he were to do that. So I think he wants to sit as the chairman of the technical committee to have a more influential role over all the football, instead of having a role at transforming and qualifying, I believe, an under 20 team to a World Cup. But we have our first call of the morning. Season greetings. Welcome to the show. Shipping Port are getting some background noise. Hello? Hello? Caller. Caller. Hello? I don't know. Getting a lot of background noise. Call. You can call back Shipping Port. Just I don't know what is going on. Let's see if I can call him back. Welcome, Pesa. Welcome to the chat. Thank you, Owen. Owen. Bless up every time, man. Drew says we are doing investment in coaching education, which is great. But in my opinion, I feel we also need to do some investment in the individuals that are caretakers of our field. I agree with you. I think one of the things we need to do is to find good curators, they call them, to help in the preparation of the surface. And clubs need to do that because it's I think it needs to be done in partnership with the Jamaica Football Federation, where they bring in the expertise because people and let it be something that people qualify to do. In other words, if coaches must be qualified to coach at a certain level, then clubs now need to get to a place where people have a particular level qualification to work on surfaces. And maybe that can be a mandate in the football where there's a certain standard of preparation, but that has to be taught. You cannot you cannot you cannot expect what you don't inspect. You cannot expect from people certain things if you don't put the proper things in place to see it happen. Blue blood, Track Diamond. Track Diamond, listen, I hope you're following what is happening at the Manning School in the Track Diamond. I hope you're following what is happening in the Track Diamond. Bless up every time. All right. Big things going on. I'll be having Garol Hamilton on, and some of you remember there was a Manning's team that won the Elron Cup. I think it was called way back in the days. Way back in the days, and what happened? The boss was taking the Manning's players to the finals, and he had his head out the bus, and unfortunately he died. So we're gonna have that story, just that tragic story, and what is happening to deal with that in the football in terms of player safety. We're gonna have a discussion about that, right? Track Diamond. So keep in touch and make sure you're following what is happening at Mannings, because in the last 4 years, Mannings have won multiple youth tournament in Jamaica, under 16 and under 14. And there's a transforming move at the school, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. Don't know if you are, because you're a female, and this is the MSAF is really the alumni football. But if you want to be a part of it, let me know, man, and I'll hook you up with the right person, right? Yeah. All right. So but Drew, I agree. But I also believe what Pesa is saying is also accurate, that it is the club's responsibility to prepare fields, However, Pesa, you must also understand that it is the federation's duty to set the things in place that will see that happening and establish that happening. To ensure that is established. It is the federation. It's at the federation level that the standards and the qualifications need to be set. So they have to provide the training, because if the better the fields that we have, it also will enable the football. It is the federation. Ultimately, the federation should want to see the best players playing on the best fields, so they can have better selections at all levels. So therefore, it has to begin with them in terms of setting the standard and putting the proper things in place. And once that is done, then clubs are going to be held accountable. But like I said, it has been getting better. The standards have been better. So yeah, but let's go back to some of the stories before we get to the EPL. So one, that whole Mount Pleasant stuff was a big story. I think the success of Cavaliers was one of the other big stories in terms of sports this year. I think the Jamaica track and field performances was a major story when you think about Sharika Jackson's non-participation, Shelley and Fraser Price, some of the incidents surrounding her, the failure of failure of the any major medals at the, especially in the sprints, was an issue. One of our better athletes, we think, could have won the men's 100 meter. That never happened. All right. So I think while we had good success in the field, some of the misfortunes on the track kind of showed up the J3 a whole lot. Yo, people, you have some people, right? you have you have one name, Dre Anywhere Sports. You see, if you say Harbor View, it's like some algorithms in them brain. I don't know, chip, like wherever you are, and you mention uh stars of the east. Even if we're talking about the wise men seeing the star in the east, Dre going have something to say. It's when you come on to Shelly. Once you say Shelly, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I don't know what happens in Coach Minzy's head. We don't know, like something, they have something on them phone, they go beep, 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 beep. Like when they say Butler, you have some people, once they say Craig Butler, they fly out for the channel. Shelly and Coach Minzy is like that. You understand me? Yeah, man. So bless up yourself, Ian Campbell. Mr. Porter, season's greetings to you, man. One of the stalwarts on these spaces. Always, really, really helping out, working out stuff to get more players to come in at the national level. Big up yourself. So too is Ian Campbell. I mean, um, he works a lot behind the scenes, but I have personally, in this year, partnered with them in certain projects. And while it's difficult and many battles, so big up, both of you, big up yourselves. You understand me? Big up yourself. CC Sports Lab, big up yourself as well, my brother. Caesar's greetings and blessing to you. No, he's not. Um, let me go. Ricardo Myers asking, are we getting any new additions to the U17 national team? You'd have to talk to the coaches about that. But what I know is that they said, the press release said, at the end of this tournament in Mexico, the squad will be named. So Ricardo, do you believe the U17 need more players? In what position? And do you have names of players that you think should be in the team? So why don't you answer that, and then I see if I can give you some better directions. All right. Gunners Boss, I don't see Eli as a first ballot winner. Eli Manning, Antonio Gates, and Reggie Wayne, headline 20 Hall of Fame finalists. I don't know. Yeah. Gunners Boss. Gunners Boss is like that, Gunners Boss don't care what your topic is. He's going to talk what he wants to talk. So you have to just leave him. Yeah, and Nitro, and he's talking about the field issue. That is what Raheem Sterling said 2 years ago. The poor infrastructure is a major issue. But I would love to see people like Raheem Sterling, just like at the stage of his career, man. Making so much money. Maybe because he has 5 kids and a wife, and he has a big family, yard and abroad. So, maybe his time is consumed with that. But I'd love to see like Raheem Sterling, even that field right there at Marvally, it's very limited in terms of what can be done. And I know there have been times when that field has looked really good. I'd love to see like people like Ryan Sterling kind of take on a project like that, and see, take on a project like that, and see if he can help in doing that. Yeah, Track Diamond. Yeah, man. But I can help you to get in touch with some of the people, because they're trying to revive the project. The whole sporting thing, especially track and field. And I was at school during the time of Vanette Dixon. I was in the like track and fields. Time and money is at the biggest. Vanette Dixon, Tracy Barnes, Alison Beckford, all of these guys were there. The Fasting Lawsons, Trisha K. Simmons. So I was there, and so I know that when we were a top 10 school and stuff, but we need some help. So maybe you have a heart for that. I can connect you with the people who can certainly help to help you to get the program revived. All right. This is yeah. Big up to Country Life. 09499 super sticker. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Always grateful for all of these. Always grateful for every like. Always grateful. We have 42 likes now. We want to get it. By the end of the show, we want to get it to 100. But first, let's target 50. You understand me? Hold on. Enough respect of Spencer. Um, yeah. See, I have one. I have one Lottie body your jersey for you, sir. You need to pick up the jersey, or I can send it to you via Northward Express. One Lottie body your jersey. What I don't owe you no Jamaican jersey, boss. Me no have no Jamaican jersey for you. I don't have no Jamaican jersey for you. All right, so top stories. That was you know, yeah, yeah. All right. Yeah. In terms of football, after a year, Leon Bailey returned to the national team. That was a big story as well. Having seen that the interview that he did, it had mixed reaction all across Jamaica. Um, so that was a big thing. Next big stuff was Kaheem Dixon moving to Charlton, and next player leaving from the Premier League in Jamaica, overseas, and many others, but he was probably the highest profile one to have moved. So there are many stories in this year that would have seen in the sporting field in football. Major announcement was made by the government this year as well about upgrading the national stadium that is in oh my god, and the most unfavorable conditions. Yeah. So but what are your stories? Coach, you Busby, big up yourself. Merry Christmas. Also, reappointed as head coach of the Reggae Girls. That's big. We had a U14 team that did well in a tournament of Caribbean teams in Trinidad and Tobago. They won that, and then recently the under 20 females did the same thing. They won, and I will say this: there from that under 20 team, there are several players who who were not there. Even Avery Johnson. Avery Johnson was not in the team, and she can still play, and she was not there. And they did well. They did very well. So they have at least a 10 or so player out there um that can come into that team. So a lot of things going well. Yeah. Simon can call in, man. JPL, Simon know that him can always join the show, Anytime him ready, him can join the show. We also had for the first time, we had what they call it, A licensed coaches. Yeah. Yep. Um, you know, and you can see the success of that. We have also had and, and people, listen, don't get me wrong. Cameron Simmons actually moved from University of Tennessee, I believe, and she's now in Florida. Jody Brown left Florida and she moved to Portugal to play. Big up Jody Brown. And a lot of people are you know, a lot of people like giving her a hard time. Jody Brown is still young. She's relatively young. She's going to develop. Yeah, Florida State. Yeah, Cameron Simmons is there. Jody Brown left. In fact, Florida State has uh, Mimi Van Zanten, Cameron Simmons, and Soleil Washington. Don't know how they got knocked out still, but it is what it is. Yeah. And so give Jody Brown a couple of seasons in Portugal and then you'll see the best of her. I think being at the professional level will certainly make her into a better player. I had the Jamaica national team that finished third in the Nations League. Yeah. The Nations League, yeah. Yeah. Played in the Copa America. I don't know Jason Good, but I still, though they were knocked out by penalty, it was a tough game. But I talent wise, I think like I feel well. I feel like they had enough talent to go all the way, but it's football, right? And anything can happen in football. So please, Colin, give me some of your stories of 2025. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So sometimes she play all in the back three stuff. She hasn't really played as a striker all season. You know what I mean? So interesting times ahead for even the national team at the female level as well. Man from Portland, bless up yourself, yeah, man. Listen, I don't know, but like there are few people who I don't get along that are on my channel. Very, very few. Like even though you haven't seen like even Cataract on my platform, Cataract and I still communicate. It's not like we see each other and don't hear each other and talk and stuff. You understand me? Wish him all the best. I know that he has been having, some personal health challenges as well. So all the best to him and really hope he he comes back to full health because he's very passionate about his football. Now, one thing I can say, you don't agree with him, but he's a man who really passionate about his football. So big up yourself, Cataract. All right. Yeah. So thank you, man, from Portland. All right. Let's get to some EPL. All right. Yeah, let's talk a little bit of EPL, and then I'll still, once you call in and want to talk, you will still have, the opportunity to do so on any one of the topics that you want to discuss with us. But the EPL, very, very interesting. Arsenal moved back into second position. Hey, God have mercy, Mr. EPL. Chuck Diamond said one Liverpool. Chuck Diamond, this is where the blue bloodness separates. We get separated. Though there is blue bloodness. All right. Thank you, Nitro. So every time, yeah. So come on. But the EPL standing is, I would say not as expected, right? I don't think anyone predicted that Manchester City would be in the position that they are. All right. What do you think, people? Should we just focus on top 10? So we're just going to focus on the top 10. I don't think it makes sense to go below the top 10. What do you think, people? Let's focus on the top 10. Yeah? Talk to me. Should we focus on the entire table or top 10? I say top 10. All right? I think it would be it would not be wise to go beyond the top 10. So any team below 10th position will not be mentioned in this. All right? So there you go. Liverpool with a game in hand. They have a 6 points lead, right? They are the highest scorers in the league as well. The highest scorers with 40 goals. They have only lost one game. They have drawn 3 games. They have 42 points. All right. And so they have a game in hand. So let's give them 3 points. You give them 3 points, it means that Liverpool lead in the league by 9 points. All right. Let's just give it to them, right? All right, just for the sake of the conversation. So Liverpool leads the league, playing very good football. And the run that they're on, if they continue it, they win the league easily. All right. So that's Liverpool. I think they have some tough fixtures at the back end, but by that time they may even have won the league. So let's see, because I think this is a surprise. This is a surprise. One more, you see, one more man's man come talk about Clayton or Howard man. Talk about one Liverpool. Watch your man's people here, Big up yourself, Marad. Huh? With 7-point lead, Peso. There's no 7-point lead. What Peso talking about? Peso. Liverpool leading by 6 points right now. And if I'm giving them the 3 from the Everton game that they have to play, that makes it 9. Where you get 7 from? Arsenal is on 36 points, boss. Come on, man. Peso, get your maths right, And don't let the people them start beat you. All right? Get your maths right, Peso, because the people them will beat you, All right? Over the slight mistakes, all right? So in second position is Arsenal. Arsenal has the best defensive record in the league. They have only conceded 16 goals. Second to them is Liverpool with conceded 7. Now, Arsenal are actually the fourth highest scorers in the league, right? Because Tottenham Hotspurs are the second highest scorers in the league with 39 goals, but they concede a ton of goals. Arsenal they have only lost 2 games. They have drawn 6 games. All right, so that's Arsenal's record. In third, you have Chelsea, drawn 5, lost 3, 21 goals against them. 38 they have scored. They have 35 points. One of the surprise teams of this year, everybody would say, is Nottingham Forest. They have been playing some very good football. They are in the top 4. So they are one of the surprise. I don't think anyone, I would love a person to call and tell me that they had that Nottingham Forest doing this well. Even Bournemouth. I think nobody had Bournemouth or Nottingham Forest or even Fulham anywhere in the top 10. They expected teams like Manchester, Tottenham to be up there, and even Brentford. But I think Brentford now has, the Ethan Pinnock being out with hamstring injury. It's a major, big up one Ethan, Ethan, I'm a virgin, people. Bobby, I'm a virgin, Players, I'm a virgin, Big up, yeah. Right? So Nottingham Forest, they are in 4th position, 34 points. Don't score a lot of goals, but they don't concede a lot. Then Newcastle, yeah. Newcastle is in 5th position. They have 29 points, and they have been on a good run of form, and they are tied with Bournemouth, just goal difference separating them. Then Manchester City, which is this is a shocker. I can't find. Yeah. So big up yourself. So yeah, man, see a lot of the players. a lot of the players tune into the show. Even if they don't watch it live, they will watch it, and sometimes them cuss me too, I understand. And disagree with me and thing, you understand? Yeah. So like I always tell the people that be careful what you say, because the players watch, Big up like Andre Blake watch it, Damian Lowe watch, Cephas watch it, Bobby Reed watch it, Casey Palmer, Ethan Pinnock watch it, Bernard, and we can go on, but and some of their parents and their uncles and their cousins watch the show as well. So we have to be careful sometimes what we say and how disrespectful we can be towards the player. Of course, who said that Bournemouth is surprising? No one expected Bournemouth to be in the top 6, boss, at this stage. So it is surprising. Whether or not they played good last year. Did you have Bournemouth being ahead of Manchester United at the start of the season? No. Or Tottenham? No. or even Brentford. No. Nobody expected Fulham to be the eighth team in the league. Nobody expected Manchester City to be seventh or Aston Villa to be ninth. No. Listen, this is, except for, would have expected, most people didn't even expect Chelsea to be so high in the table coming into the season. Most people thought this would have been a race between Aston Villa, Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Manchester United, and Tottenham, and Newcastle. Those were the teams that people would have. All right, so here's the thing. I don't want to make this the Arsenal show. So but let me just answer this question. I think Kuna is similar to every single striker that Arsenal has. Like, he doesn't stay in the box. He plays like a Gabriel Jesus, who out on the right, out on the left, drop back deep, picks up the ball, falls nine kind of a thing, sometimes in the box. All right? All the strikers at Arsenal are like that. I want a striker who is going to stay in that area and score. In the danger area and score. I want one of those because I like him as a player, and if I had a choice between him and Kai Havertz, I would pick him. But I also need a striker like Sesko or Osimhen or Victor Gyökeres. One of those kind of striker who are goal pouchers in the box kind of a thing. They're not going out on the flank and playing out there. Even Isak is a little bit like that as well, but Isak is very skilled. I think the kind of striker Arsenal wants is like a Isak or a Osimhen. Can they get them? I don't think so. If we wait until in the summer, I would not get Kuna in the summer. I'm going for a bigger striker. Oh, like this is where like top 10. I would have to see where you said this before. I am telling, if I would have to see, you'd have to show me, tell me, send me a clip where you said this. I don't know if you're telling me that you had Bournemouth in your top 4 over who? So who you didn't have? You didn't have Liverpool in the top 4. You didn't have Arsenal in there. You didn't have City in there. You didn't have Newcastle. You didn't have Villa. You didn't have Tottenham. You didn't have Manchester United. You had Bournemouth. No, sir, I don't believe that. I do not believe that. I would have to see that or hear the tape to believe that. Yeah, Saka did surgery. I think Saka is done for the season still, and that's my opinion. The only time Saka probably going to play is Arsenal probably make, like, if Arsenal is in the FA Cup finals, he can play in that, or Champions League final. But outside of that, I don't think he's playing the next Premier League game this season. Yeah. So, all right. So people. So, yeah. So So this blow with Saka, I think it's unless if Arsenal don't sign anyone, it's going to affect them. But I don't think to the point where they're going to fall out of the top 4. But I think they need firepower to stay in the top, to press Liverpool, hoping that Liverpool drop points. It doesn't look like Liverpool going to lose a game, but things can change. That's how it looks. All right? But things can change. However, when people talk about goal scoring, it's not like Arsenal is is far off, because Arsenal finished with the best defensive record last season, and they're still with the best defensive record this season. They are not far off. They're like the fourth highest scorers in the league, like I said. Liverpool, Tottenham, Chelsea, then Arsenal. And so this is where now you need that striker who, in your 1-1 game or your nil all games, he could be the one to create something. And this is what I think. Isak, I think he's not rated. I think City can get him. I think even Liverpool can get him. I think he is like second to Haaland, the best striker in the Premier League. Like that best number 9. Like, I mean, Osimhen is in all the way in Turkey, so I don't know if I can judge him there. But he's tops as well. But in terms of strikers right now, outside of Haaland across the world, who is playing in top leagues, who else do you have? I don't think any of the Liverpool number 9s are better than Isak, or the Manchester or Arsenal. Vlahovic, not there right now. Gyökeres not there right now where Isak is at. I think like he is. I think Lewandowski I think there's older. Harry Kane, kind of older, still tops. Oh, see, Bert is saying that him always injured him better than Haaland. I think his skill sets. Yeah, I don't think Sesko. I mentioned Sesko. I don't think Sesko is at the level of Isak, man. Boss, the man, he's not just a goal. Look at the goals that the man score, man. You see, like if you watch the Liverpool game, and you look at the goal that he scored, his skill him can hold up him fast, him can take on people, but he's injured. Haaland is very durable. No, Kolo Mulani. No, big up Isak. I don't think none of those players are ahead of Isak. I don't think. While I would take Sesko at Arsenal, if I can't get, because I don't think Newcastle parting ways with him. You're looking at over $100 million for him in a boss. If Newcastle selling him in January or in the summer, you're talking about over $100 million. So I don't think Sesko is worth that or is at that level. Oh, other options. Okay, you're looking at other options. Understood. Yeah, man. I would take Sesko. Maybe Arsenal can look at Vlahovic. That's his name. That was at Juve, falling off the radar right now, but maybe that's somebody that they can look at. Yeah. Unless they're going to try and get like a winger. Get like, what's it? Lookman at Atalanta. That's a good player. Wasn't he at Chelsea? Was he at Chelsea? Sure that player was at Chelsea, you know. Lookman. Very, very good player at Atalanta. He's good. Richard Mitchell said kudos to the under-20 girls for winning the championship in Trinidad. Yeah, man. Good job to them. Kudos at West Ham is a good one. You know, I think like Ali Watkins would be good for Arsenal, but he's not at the level, I think, as the rest of those forwards. Yeah. Yeah, I did a little under 17, but yeah, I did speak about them, Melchia Walker. But if you want to call in and ask something, you can go ahead. Oh, yeah. Big up. Thanks for that, bro. Yeah, man. He was at Everton and Fulham. Yeah. Good player. Very good player. Barnaby Big Baller says, Isak shows his qualities from the last World Cup, that he would be someone to be contended with. And he is very consistent, scoring and providing. Yeah. No, man, I am saying that because Ali Watkins is not playing so much at Aston Villa. He's an option because he's sitting on the bench. Openda is a good player. I think he's Swiss. I don't know, but he's Swiss. Yeah. I feel like in January window, it's always better to buy someone who has Premier League experience. That's what I believe. In the January windows, buy someone who has Premier League experience. No. Track Diamond, don't let Trinidad never. TNT never said that. TNT had two teams. Jamaica beat the two teams from Trinidad. The two teams were beaten. Their under 20 team was in the tournament and got beaten by Jamaica. Their under 17 team was in the thing, and Jamaica beat them. Jamaica beat both their under 17 and under 20. They had two teams. They had the White Angels and the Red Angels. One was the under 17, one was the under 20. The Jamaica team beat both of those teams. So yeah. Openda from Belgium. All right, cool. Thank you, Top 10. What happened to the under 14 that win the tournament the other day? Yeah, man, they're still so you will see them next year playing. Yeah, so the tournament they're playing in, the tournament that they're playing, Melchia Walker in Mexico begins from the 6th of January to the 11th of January. They play that tournament, and then a couple of weeks after that, they go to Guatemala for the qualifiers. So the qualifiers will be in February, the beginning of February. Yeah. Or would we fear? They never split their team. One team was the under 20, and one team was the under 17. Jamaica beat the Trinidad under 20 team and beat the Trinidad under 17 team. Yeah. So the team that they played, Jamaica played in the final, was the under 20. Yeah, so talk to me, people. What about you? What are some of the stories of the year 2010? Local camp for the under 17. The under 17 has been having several local camps top 10. They have already camped out in Jamaica so many times. Yeah. But they could. I think the final squad. Once the final squad is named, they probably have one more camp. Here. Oh, you're talking the senior team. The senior team. I think the senior team. Yeah, the senior team. The senior team. You would expect that the senior team probably in January will be gathered. In terms of the domestic, our homegrown players. Yeah. Yeah. So you can expect some local camps with players from the JPL in the new year. Probably a couple of friendlies as well. What is your biggest story of 2024 in sports? What is your most disappointing story, sporting story? I think for many Jamaicans it was the Olympics. The one of mine was the Yankees. I could not believe that the Yankees lost the World Series. Could not believe it. Yeah. It's a big story, top 10. Hey, top 10, you should stick to track and field. You should stick to track and field. You should stick to track and field. That's a good. Look like you're doing good. It look like you know. Yeah, you should stick to track and field. Yeah. Bangladesh lived in the series in Jamaica. I think it's more like Bangladesh winning all the T20s against the West Indies. That's worse than them living in the series. How can Bangladesh? I can't believe it. Biggest story, yes. Or could we forget Kadisha Bonisha? Um, big year. Nominated for Ballon d'Or and all of those things. Yep. Of course, Chelsea's in the people. Any team that are at the turning of the year, 10 points or less behind the leaders are in the title race. So, who are the teams in the title race right now? Nottingham Forest, Chelsea, Arsenal are in the title race. All right? Right now. And that could change. So, don't let Chelsea fans act like, oh, we're not in the title race. You are in the title race. Chelsea are in the title race, Issa Allen. Chelsea fans trying to hide from the truth, you know. It's like they don't want to publicly say it because they want to have an excuse if Chelsea don't finish in the top 4. Well, remember we did say that we weren't. No. Big up Johnny Powell every time. Chelsea are in the title race. Arsenal are in the title race. Chelsea ain't no overachieving. Chelsea made the most signings in the last 2 years in the league. You cannot be over. You're underachieving. You have made more signings than Manchester City, than Arsenal, than Liverpool. more signings than United. You cannot be underachieving. You cannot be overachieving. You're underachieving. And don't tell me that, oh, it's because the players are young. Odegaard is young as some of the Chelsea players. So too is Martinelli. So, all right. So this is the Chelsea. People, don't let Chelsea fans brainwash you. Don't let them brainwash you. Don't let them brainwash you. Check the age of the Chelsea team. Martinelli is young, you know. Lewis Kelly is young at Arsenal. Saka is young at Arsenal. We're talking about Odegaard is young. So I don't understand what they're talking about. I don't know. Enzo Fernandez, Nicholas Jackson, they are experienced players, boss. Christian and Nkunku, experienced players they are. Come on now. So no Chelsea fan is going to try and brainwash me and tell me nonsense. Boss, you have experienced players. All right. The Chelsea squad. Tell me when you look at the Chelsea squad, isn't the Chelsea squad better than Nottingham Forest, boss? Come on. Fofana that you have at your club. Big defender that people thought was going to be a part of the France team. Until injury. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Cucurella won World Cup, boss. Didn't Enzo Fernandez win with Argentina, boss? What are you talking about, Issa Allen? Was it Christian Nkunku part of the France team and them thing? What are you talking about? Yeah, what are you talking about? Big ol' my Caicedo that Arsenal and other teams wanted and you got him? Don't come and tell me these things. You can tell other Chelsea fans and other fans those things. Seniority in terms of age, Issa, is different from experience of play. You check how long some of these. Cole Palmer. These guys have been in the league, my boss. Them not just come on the scene. They have been in the league. Don't look at their years. Talk about how long they have been playing at elite level, boss. Don't look at seniority in terms of their age. Look at how long they have been playing. Some of these Chelsea players have been in the league as long as Martin Odegaard, boss. Come on now. Rico Lewis is young. Of course, accepting calls. Call in. Because your point, I cannot agree with your point, boss. Welcome to the show. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, man. Happy holidays. You could have met the phone ring out 2 times, man.
No, man. More you talk this nonsense, make the people them hear you. Me not want to interrupt you, you go ahead and talk. I'm just going to listen.
Man, speaking about the Chelsea squad, right? This is different when you're playing in an elite club and playing for titles and cups and championships than just playing on a team where you're not competing for anything. Right? There's nobody in the squad other than Enzo and Cucurella that have won something, and they won that at the international level, right? There's nobody else in the squad that has been playing at an elite level and competing for titles, and it shows week in, week out. Management. None of these guys. So the level that the Arsenal players are at, going in a title race, competing for cups, all that stuff, the Chelsea players are not there. The Chelsea players are not there, management. They weren't competing for anything previously. This is the first time they're probably in a team where they're going to compete for a title or a cup or something. So this year is not the year to say, okay, we are in this race or whatever, because they have previously not been competing for anything. It's not the same like Arsenal, who Arteta got his guys together, figure out his system. Once he get that, boom. You know, every year coming after that, they're competing for a title or to win this or to win that. That's not what is on the coach's mind right now with the Chelsea squad. He needs to get them in a frame of mind of competing at an elite level consistently to say, okay, this is what we are going after.
Let me go through some of the... You're saying that Cole Palmer never in our team competing for anything?
Management, why Cole Palmer left? Because he wasn't getting any game.
No.
He was a big part player. He was never relied upon.
You see me listen.
I'm sorry.
You see me listen to you.
Go ahead.
And interrupt.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Ask you a question,
Go ahead.
Because
Go ahead.
I'm going to give you an opportunity again to change what you mean, Because first you're talking about competing for stuff. I brought up Cole Palmer and you're talking about his participation at Manchester. So what are we discussing? All of the things or some of the things?
Man,
go ahead.
You are very smart and I am very smart too. So don't bother with the nitpicking. Because you know Cole Palmer.
All right.
Don't bother with the nitpicking. Cole Palmer was never...
Let me move from...
Okay, go ahead.
Let me give you an next name.
Go ahead.
Has Joe Felix ever competed for anything in his footballing career?
I would say so.
Okay. Has Enzo Fernandez competed for anything in his footballing career?
Yes.
Has Jadon Sancho competed for anything in his footballing career?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You still want to go through some names? All right.
You can continue because...
Christopher Nkunku.
Go ahead. Yes, continue.
All right. Reece James.
Don't call Reece James' name, please.
Why we don't call Reece James?
Don't call
Why am I not supposed to call?
Reece James can't even get fit enough to play 2 games straight. So don't call Reece James' name. And that has been happening for years.
All right. So if
don't call Reece James.
Reece James was fit, would he be in the Chelsea's team?
100%.
All right.
100%.
So you have to put him in there. I don't understand.
100%.
All right. Mark Cucurella, has he competed for stuff?
Mark Cucurella, since the last 2 years, he has looked a very, very different player. Mark Cucurella used to be in the Chelsea squad and can't get a game, management. So it's so surprising now that people are talking about him as he is this great defender who everybody realized that he was this great.
All I'm saying is that when you say like Chelsea has some Chelsea are overachieving with the players they have, it is not true.
I believe we're overachieving.
Because I just called some names. I've just called some names of some players. I can go on,
Man, we are overachieving. This coach just get the team.
Moise Caicedo was like the name in the Brighton squad that finished the highest ever. The highest position ever. Qualified for Europe. Moise Caicedo was in that team.
But I'm saying, management, those teams were overachieving as well. We were a part of.
The player we're talking, Robert Sanchez.
Robert Sanchez is rubbish. Rubbish.
Well, it's your player.
Sorry to say that.
But I'm calling names now, and then you understand me. These are players. So I'm saying that you have as good a starting 11 as any of the top 4 teams, boss.
I don't think so.
Your starting 11 is better than Manchester United by far, regardless of their age.
Manchester United is in relegation, but we don't need to talk
Your
about
starting 11 is far better than Brighton, boss. And
but you're calling teams. Why not tell me that we're far better than? Why don't tell me that we're far better than Arsenal or far better than Liverpool?
No, because the record proves that Liverpool is ahead of you. I could say to you, watch this. Your squad is far better than the Arsenal squad, boss.
I agree. I agree on that. I was thinking about. I agree.
Your squad is far better than the Arsenal squad, boss.
I agree.
All right.
But I still think, man, if you're going to build a team, I understand what I'm saying, management. You know, I can't go like you understand. You know exactly the transition it took for Arsenal to be where they are.
No.
When Arteta came, you would boldly come out and say you guys were in a title race.
Here's what I am saying. For persons
but
to say,
no, you know why you can say that?
A person to say, Issa, that a Chelsea team that has spent $1.2 billion is
management. I don't want you to go down that road, you know. I don't want you to go down that road, management. I don't want you. It's not a farce. I don't want you to go down that road because it's not all about just buying players. Management, we have a coach that has been at the club for half a season, coming with a new system.
How long has the Liverpool
new players?
How long has the Liverpool coach been at his club?
Man, it's two different things. He hasn't come in and changed much. Man, yo, me say you see, you love the nitpick, you know, man. Yo, man. Yes, because you know, man, two we brain up on the same level. Man, look at this. Arne Slot has come in, and I see a lot of pundits praise him for that. A lot of times coaches come in and they say, oh, they have to get their players in, and they come in and they change everything. The man just come in, work with what I'm up, and it didn't change a lot, man. You understand? So it's totally different with the Chelsea coach who come in with a whole new system. In the summer, he come in, everybody I wonder where Chelsea gonna get to hold so much players. All these things, you understand? And people are quite surprised.
When
look at this. Mash up the theory now. At the start of the season, nobody picked Chelsea to be in the top four. And don't come and tell me say you did. Don't come and tell me that you did.
What?
Do not come and tell me that you did.
What?
Nobody picked Chelsea to. Is everybody in the comment section right now? If they're not lying, if you're being honest, none of them picked Chelsea to come in at top four. Nobody.
What?
There's none of them picked Chelsea to become top four. No.
What?
No. All I saw was memes on social media. Oh, Chelsea have D-Cup champ and all these things. Nobody picked Chelsea to be in the top four.
There's no truth to that.
You picked Chelsea to be in the top four?
I can give you one name easily that I can verify. His name is called Dre Any Weather.
Oh, God, man. That's a Chelsea supporter. Of course, we're going to believe that our team is going to finish in the top four. But Manning, see, Manning's not enough. Manning, you see what you have to do now?
No, but you said let me ask you a question.
And that's why I say we're overachieving. Nobody picked us to be in the top four. No.
Let me show you.
You're not going to tackle that point, you know, because you know I have nothing to rebut there, you know, because you know you never picked us to be in the top four.
No, and that has nothing to do. The fact that I did not pick you and you're in there now don't mean that you're overachieving. You're supposed to.
Why you did not pick them? Why you did not pick them to be in the top four?
Let me give you why. Because I had Arsenal, Liverpool, and I had City. And my top four was never picked because I thought it was going to be a battle between Aston Villa, Chelsea, Tottenham, and United. So I picked top three, and I said there's going to be a battle. I had Chelsea there. Here's why. At the beginning of the season, when Slot came in and Maresca came in, who did you believe was the better coach?
If I'm being honest, I would say Maresca.
All right. So if anyone is overachieving based on the new coach coming in, it would be Liverpool, because most Liverpool fans never thought Slot would be able to bring this team this far in this season. Most people, even Liverpool fans, expected Liverpool to have a dip because Klopp left, a new coach coming that they weren't familiar with, and it was the same squad.
Manins, and hear me again. If you're going to
Liverpool fans are going to call and confirm that. They didn't expect Liverpool to be there. Most Liverpool fans that I know, when Slot came in, their expectations were, boy, we could have a fall off this season, allow him some time to build this team and see what he's do. They are surprised that in his first season, he has been able to get so much out of this Liverpool team.
Manins, and if you're going to use that logic, it is the same for Chelsea. So I'll tell you, if you go down that road, it's the same logic.
All right, so is Liverpool overachieving?
I would say so, yes. Because I felt that it would take some time for them to get back to, that type of title challenge. But
Chelsea overachieving. Nottingham Forest overachieving. Bournemouth overachieving.
Yes.
Oh man, this overachieving thing now is just a word thrown out there, man. Come on, man.
Yes. Yes. Chelsea is overachieving.
All right, boss.
All right, my boss.
All right.
So don't put us in no title race. We don't want to be in no title race. Don't put us in there.
The man, just a couple days ago, the man was second. And people dismissing Arsenal is this and all of that, and Liverpool is it. So, but I don't understand. I don't agree with you still. I think if we are being fair, Liverpool being where they are, having only lost one game, 3 drawn games, are overachieving, because it's just like if City loses a Pep, you expect, just like when Manchester lost Wenger, lost Alex, when Arsenal lost Wenger, when what happened is that when you lose a big personality like Klopp, the expectation is that the team is going to fall off. Where Liverpool is at is way more surprising than where Chelsea is at.
Let me see if that's a true statement. Where Liverpool is at was surprising than where Chelsea is at. You could say that for real. But I'm still sticking it. It's the same logic for Chelsea. Nobody picked them. Majority of people didn't pick them to be in the top 4, and there's a reason for that. Some people not even top 6, and there's a reason for that. Now everybody see us top 3, top 2. Okay, this is where we're supposed to be, and nobody thought that. Right. Many of you never thought that.
So where do you realistically believe that Chelsea is supposed to finish to say that they have lived up to expectation this season?
This year?
This year. What were your realistic expectation of Chelsea this year? What position in the league?
Yeah.
Issa Allen. Like Issa Allen put me on hold. Hello? Hello? Hold on, we lost Issa Allen. I don't know what just happened. Liverpool, how you doing? Talk to me now, Mr. Liverpool. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Jeez and peace. Welcome to the show, Mr. Liverpool. We have on the line. We have Kyle. Issa Allen. I didn't hang up the call. Look like there's I don't know if it's on my end or on your end, but it keep on saying reconnecting. I don't know what is going on. What is going on? Let's see.
Hello.
Oh, Mr. Liverpool. Talk to me.
What's up? Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to call you
when it comes. Yeah.
Yeah, you too. Same to you and the family. Yeah, so I had to call you, after Issa. I was talking madness.
Right.
You know, listen,
You
listen.
tell him
Let,
it's a talking madness.
let, let me let me ask a question, right? And I'm gonna answer it also. The top two teams in the Premiership for the past 7 years has been Man City and Liverpool. They have finished basically first and second, with City basically trumping Liverpool on most of the occasion. Would you agree, sir?
Yeah, well, except that I'd throw Arsenal in there for the last 2 or so seasons because they've been in second, City being first.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, true, true. Okay. Well, what happened to City? Well, what is happening to City right now is what happened to Liverpool 2 seasons ago. So basically, what happened is this: the players got burned out. The players kind of aged, and those who were burned out, Klopp sold. Pep is going to do the same thing by the end of next season. And he brought in new players, basically. What you see now is that these new players are budding. What is shocking or surprising is that Slat has basically transitioned seamlessly to keep that level there. So Liverpool isn't underachieving. Liverpool is at its level. Okay? So that is the surprise right there. And we'll continue to be at that level because we are the greatest team in the world. Simple as that.
Yeah, but so like a real Liverpool fan. What's the greatest team?
Yeah, yeah.
What I
The
will say
greatest
is
team
that
in the world.
I don't know if I'll go that far, but what I will say is this. What but
It's a set.
it's just I must lock off
Back off,
yesterday.
kind of fool.
What
Yeah,
I'll
man.
say is this.
Serious though.
If
Mm.
given the spending of Chelsea, 1.2 billion, Chelsea's issue
Okay. Yeah.
has never been the group of players that they have. It has been the constant changing of coaches. That has been Chelsea's
Mm.
issue. All
All
right.
right.
The
Agreed.
difference with Liverpool is the same thing. It's not. It's the fact that they had a coach, right? And they never changed a coach. When they change a coach,
Mm-hmm.
they kept the players because the players are good players. So Slot comes
Mm-hmm.
in. The expectation was now when a coach comes into a team, normally he has his own style, his own way,
Mm-hmm.
and he has his own players.
Mm-hmm.
There is an
Right.
expectation of any reasonable fan that this is going to take a while to come together.
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be a
Mm-hmm.
drop off. The fact that there has really been no drop off because Liverpool has more points now than they had at the same point last season with Klopp,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Scoring more goals. That it means that Liverpool is ahead of where they were under Klopp last season with a new coach. That was not the expectation. So the fact that this is what we are seeing now means that they have gone above the expectation of the Liverpool fans.
Nah. I agree with everything what you said, except the last part that you said that he went above the expectation of Liverpool fans.
Yeah, the team is
You
above
know,
the expectation for this season because
uh, uh, uh,
most
uh,
reasonable people
uh,
did not expect
lem-
Liverpool. Like if Liverpool were to win the league this season,
is-
like even the most honest Liverpool fan would say, "Boy, I feel like City and Arsenal are going to be up there, and Liverpool is going to press for the league." The fact, Kyle, that Liverpool
mhm.
could win it like this is a surprise.
On the way to winning it.
Let me say this. I am surprised. So Liverpool fans are
Mm-hmm.
going to say, "No, man, we're not surprised. We didn't know say this dog up." Fine, you can all believe that. I talked to other Liverpool
No.
fans that they did not expect. I talked to Liverpool fans who didn't even think Slot was the right coach or play the kind of
Well,
style that Klopp played to come and do this.
right.
So I am saying no. With,
I mean,
with Chelsea, the expectation is Chelsea should have been in the top 4 from last season. With all the money that they have spent.
money that was spent.
That is what people are saying. With the money that they have spent, they should be way ahead. But they had coaching issues. So now that they fixed the coaching issues, you can't be surprised because they already spent the money on the players. Chelsea have, when they look at the money spent and the players that they have on their bench, and listen, these men send Ryan Sterling on loan and paying him money. They have a good squad.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I agree with everything, you know, but you know, the whole thing now was, you know, was slot in, right? That's his last name, Slot. So he lived up to his name and he slotted in. You know, I mean, given the quality though, you know, like you said, you know, given the quality of what Liverpool had, you know, to be honest, I was very, very apprehensive when he came on board too, you know, but given the quality and you know, watching him after the first 6 games, I'm like, this guy looks as if he knows what he's doing. And, you know, he managed to get the most out of the quality, you know, and seeing that he has done it this far, I don't expect him to stop. You know, did he exceed my expectations? Yes, he did. But given the quality, this is where we should be. And I expect us to continue in good vein.
So if Liverpool don't win the title, then based on your preseason expectation, you'll be disappointed because your prediction is that Slot coming in, they should win the title.
If Liverpool don't win the title, Slot have to go after next season. Seriously, I mean, that is how long we will give him.
Oh no, man,
no. You can't.
No, I want you to repeat.
Let me tell you why. Hold on.
No, first you have to repeat what you just said, and then you give the explanation.
If Liverpool don't win the title on the Slot, we will give him one more season and then let him go, because there's no way in the world that you can come in and build up, you know, such expectations and then just let us down. No, boss, that can't work. That can't work, because what he has told us or shown us is that we have the quality to win the Prem. Not only the Prem, we have the quality to win Champions League. Okay? So if you flop this, woe be unto you. You are going to feel it. And that is just, you know, natural. Listen, there's a saying in the management. Yeah. A manager's bag is always packed. Okay? A manager's bag is always packed. Well, so his bag is,
I don't agree with you still, but I'm not a Liverpool fan, so it's a Liverpool thing. So let me leave it alone.
Come over, join us. You know what I mean?
I don't agree.
Come over and join us.
I don't agree with that still.
Well, we will see. We will see. Liverpool, man, the greatest club in the world. Believe me, we'll tell you that.
All right.
The best. All right, General. Later,
all right,
man.
Yeah,
Take
man,
care.
Messed up, but all right. Oh Lord. So Kyle says, if this coach don't win the league this season, by next season, he's out, because he would have built up expectations and then flopped. I don't know. I can't agree with that. Maybe I missed something. Carla, welcome to the show.
Yes, man, how are you doing?
Oh, this is next Liverpool. I don't know. You have to explain to me, because maybe I misread the Liverpool thing. I think I am surprised, maybe you are not, by Liverpool's position, given that they have a new coach. So what you're saying and what you have heard from the Liverpool fan before you and your own opinion.
All right. So basically, Liverpool, I did pick them to come third still.
Okay.
But if we win now, then I would be. If we don't win now, then I would be. Well, the question when you just asked the guy, I would be disappointed.
Okay.
Because you can pick something at the start.
That is because of your excellent form or because even other two because City has
No,
fought.
listen. If Klopp was at Liverpool right now with the very same set of players and they were in the very same position, would anybody be surprised?
I would not be if Klopp was there. I would say Liverpool winning the title. This is a new coach, and
All right.
and
So
never been in the environment.
The main thing why people never have an expectation of winning is because people did not know the coach.
There you go, sir.
But in terms of players, they are the players. Yeah. They only finished 7 points behind Arsenal last season and 9 behind City. You know, so it's not like them have some little ramparoon squad. Them have a good squad. And them have some players who come in last year like Szoboszlai and Gavin Birch and Mark Callister and stuff who have a little more experience under them belt and stuff. Them have a good squad. So it must be just because we don't know the coach. That's all it is. We were not familiar with the coach. And based on that, but people don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So,
that's what I'm saying. So whatever you see now, when you see this, it's almost like your expectations have been blown out the window because you never expected this.
Expectations, the low expectations were basically based on the fact that we did not know this culture. Yeah. And because people say it's supposed to take a time for a man getting team together and play with one and play and all. People didn't expect all of them things, but it's not happening. Now, based on things when me read, the man them talk to this guy where I coach Manchester United now. They spoke to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But them say, I mean, read this from reputable journalists who write stories about Liverpool, from out of Liverpool. He want to stick to theme 3-4-3 system, just like him go Man U and say 3-4-3. I know, but the people who run Liverpool thought they had a squad who would not be able to adapt to that right now. So they want somebody who have similar principles to Klopp.
Okay, so that's how they got the coach.
Yeah, because that guy for their Man U was the person them talk to. But he must stick saying what in 3-4-3. And then say, no, we already have a squad builder. We think the squad is relatively young. Here the guy they talk about the Chelsea players, but a lot of Liverpool players are young, you know, boss. If you look on them like Darwin Nunes and McAllister, the man, we don't know all man, you know, and Gavin Birch and Curtis Jones and all them things.
But that is what I'm saying to him there. And even Kanate not old.
Kanate and them people, and it's really just Alice Van Dijk, Salah and Roberts.
Yeah.
And them are the old guys. So, but apart from that, the rest of them not old.
Oh, Jota young player. Diaz
yeah, man,
young.
So it's really about.
The Dutch guy again. Him score the other day, man. Gakpo, young.
Yeah, man. But
he's also saying that if given where you're at now, if the coach don't win the league by this season, by next season he's gone. I'm saying that.
Oh no, that's not my decision to make. I mean, I know the man them who run Liverpool work a different kind of way. Just like how them go get a coach when none of we don't know about. And there were people saying he might get fired by December. You can't predict what them are gonna do with anybody. Because them do them things different. Them do them things different from people. And listen, all I know, Liverpool at 39 points after 18 games and the same goal difference of 21. And this year them reached the same 39 points in 2 games less and have the same 21 goal difference. So we're doing better than last year in terms of getting the points.
Yeah, the team is doing better with the same players, you would say, from last year.
And the team is and them playing very well. When me watch Liverpool Liverpool right now, you see all when you watch Liverpool, like even that second goal when them score Leicester, when them attack them, flood the opposition box with people. Like if you stop and look back on the game, like all the Curtis Jones goal, and you look and you count, you see 5 man in the opposition 18 their box. You know, them I wish goal we see them score with them play a counter attack against Tottenham. I'm still like about 6 man a break one time.
But even the Fulham game as
Yeah,
well
man,
is a good indication of real Liverpool. Because that is the game they have 10 players, right?
that game, that is the game when me watch and said to our brethren, say, Liverpool have a win the league. You see that game with the 10 man, oh me say they play that game, they say Liverpool have a win the league. Aside that, the side is brilliant. But more I talk about this Chelsea thing and them not in the title race, right?
Yeah.
This is something where the coach keeps saying at press conferences. And apparently all of the Chelsea fans know. And this is not just this person who just called you a while ago. You know. If you go on social media, like if you're on Twitter, if you read football articles online, you always see them come and say, we're not in the title race. We're not in the title race. Like it's just something them say, like one of them decides say them have to say it because the coach said it, right? But do you believe me? They must say them spend all this whole heap of money, you know. But 2 years now, they must spend one whole heap of money. Them say them squad, them spend 1.3 billion over the past couple of years. Do you believe that when them the other day them trimmed the lead to Liverpool to 2 points? Liverpool have a game, you know.
Right.
Do you believe that Chelsea coach going to the locker room, look for them players there, them 2 points behind Liverpool with a game in and said to them players there, we're not in the title race.
No.
You believe him do that?
No, man. Yeah,
No, not like that. That is just something himself for public consumption.
There you go.
For lower expectation.
Which is what I'm saying. All they are doing is they want to make sure that if certain things don't happen, you can always have a reference point to say, remember, we did say X, Y, and Z. Because it don't make any sense.
At this point, them look at it and them say them 7 points behind Liverpool. Liverpool play a game less. Them just have to say, boy, we just have to play our game, them, you know, and try win as many games as we have. And maybe along the way, Liverpool might run up in a something. And who knows? Who knows? Them not sit down over Chelsea there in their meeting start, but we're not in the title race. We're not in the title race. This is just something the coach has said when he comes sit down in front of the microphone for politics. Like managers to me are politicians, you know. So he come out and he said that. And then you have like your caller now, like one of the thousands of Chelsea fans worldwide, I repeat what the coach I tell them. But me know say them guys that we are playing for Chelsea, don't sit down and talk about them in a title race. Especially when them cut that lead to 2 points last week. Even though them play a game more, them cut a lead to 2 points and say, oh, we're not in the title race. Maybe that's why them draw the 2 games. Maybe that's why them draw and lose after. Maybe that's why them draw and lose immediately after that. Because that argument is just a cliche argument where the whole of them keep on and say. But no owner now spend that whole money and all that. Why did they fire the other man? Why did they fire the other man last year?
Because he was underachieving.
Yeah. So Chelsea is overachieving. Like we're in football every year at a club spend all that money in any league, and somebody come and tell us, say, oh, we're overachieving. So why are you spending all that money on all this?
Yeah, man, because what I'm saying is that Manchester United is cutting costs, right? Chelsea spend how much billions? It must be because they believe that they can challenge for the title. You don't spend 1.2.
That is why you build a team.
You don't build a team.
No, first of all, you take it in stages, though. Maybe them a build a team. Last year, them out of the top 4. Maybe them say, give us top 4 this year, right? Maybe them tell the manager that, give us top 4 this year, get us back to the Champions League. But that don't mean during the season when you see yourself in a certain position where it look favorable now, where, you know, you might can go out with that thing, come out and say, oh, you're not in the title race.
And I'll tell you what
when you're half of the season, you find yourself in a certain position.
A lot of people look at a team and say, well, we are young, but they don't check how many seasons the players are playing in the league. Because like soccer
Yeah,
is
man, that young thing, man.
Soccer,
That young
Saka is not a
thing,
young
man.
player. Saka is a young player, you know. But Saka has been in the league from 17 and him at what 20, almost 6 years now. Saka played Premier League, boss. That many years at Premier League.
Like Caicedo is a young player, but he's not from him not play 1 or 2 seasons with Brighton.
Yeah,
Then
that's
him
what
come
I'm
at
saying.
Chelsea
Then he
another
come,
season
yeah.
again. So you can't just look on the age and say you gotta look on how much games he might play on them.
Exactly.
Have the experience.
Exactly.
But Chelsea, them really like that attack race still, because it soon boil down to one team. Yeah, man, it's man, you know, so my feet to say by the time Arsenal come and Liverpool, must say the 36 game.
Yeah.
I farm the God of Anna, you know.
Yeah, by the 36 game, we have a tough stretch. We have a tough stretch at the end of the season, you know. Check the
No, man,
the
me
last,
talk
the last 4 games.
talk about
Yeah.
that tough stretch. Them seamless off, man. You talk about Tottenham, we're gonna come at Liverpool. We no win at Liverpool from Wappy Kill. Chelsea, Arsenal, who no win at Liverpool from Wappy Kill, Philip. They must say, come them 2 teams, they come up there, you know.
All right, let us see.
We have to go at Chelsea. Then we have Crystal Palace at the last game coming to Liverpool again. And I don't remember who was the second to last game. Who was Everton?
Yeah, I think
I was Everton. Man, now we are talking about. Them games they are just name game. Them games they are just name game. But by the time
Guard of honor. All right.
By the time we reach down to the game where we are playing Arsenal, we have farm the God.
I just lost a crucial piece still to my team, so let's see what they will do. I know January is very hard.
Yeah, man, you can't afford no more. Yeah. But me like to see a Man U there still. Love to see a Man U. Them not gonna win out. You see them make the youth rush for the scapegoat through them have a scapegoat. Them have scapegoat the youth, you know. Let me tell you what Man U do. Last thing before me go. I mean, I'm reading enough about them thing here. It's a Man U, this new owner here. This new brother will come in, not the owner, the man who run the football, but him
Radcliffe.
Him cutting costs, right?
Yeah, right. They said that he's cutting costs. I think Rashford get too much.
Yeah,
money.
so
same one get rid of
him. Right. So him let go some of the staff members them. And don't give the people them Christmas bonus. They stop give people them free breakfast. All kind of different things, you know. So it make some people lay off people on them things. So them are cut costs. Them are cut costs now. Him are cut costs. The stadium are leak. Them have rat night kitchen. Yeah. But here I think I want now with that. And them do the same thing with Casemiro, you know. Him not play either, you know. Them are try to get rid of them.
High earners. The high earners them, yeah.
Highest earner. But what them have to do with Rashford now? Because Casemiro would have dip on the older side and letting him go wouldn't be very rare. But Marcus Rashford now is a born and bred Manchester United person. Come up to them academy. So if you let him go, them have to kind of justify it certain way. So them get them people them in the media for dirty up him name. You know what I mean? Get say certain things about him and them things there. But I really get them on and get him off of the book with the whole of money. Because when the manager just come in the first game or two, him not play Rashford now. Him play Rashford now.
Yep.
And all of a sudden him drop the ball, the man can't get no man. All of a sudden
be in the squad.
I think him scored in one of the game them too.
Yeah,
him scored
and everybody said that it was going to be the turnaround. All of a sudden, the man can't make a squad.
Yeah, when him game
yes.
And 2 games later, no, he can't. Yeah.
It's not like the man on the bench. He can't make the squad. None at all.
And him just scored 2 games before, you know. Yeah, against Everton. And then all of a sudden, no, he moved from that to not even on the bench. So I believe they're trying to cut the youth, get the youth to leave. But they might try because of the money we might earn. Maybe no lower him salary. And that penny pinching new man that them have. I try to get him off of the books.
Yeah,
and that is the issue. So don't follow what them say about the youth in the media. Because me used to work at media house at Jamaica. I know media work, you know. Them leak story to them friend them in the media for dirty up people name. And that is what them do to that youth.
Yeah.
But I'm glad for them there still. I hope them go. We'll play in them January 5th. I hope we can sink them a little lower.
Oh yeah, cause I go Old Trafford. Yeah, now go over there now. Cause away match.
No, them are come away, man. They are come away, man.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah, January 5th. Coming up to we, man. We'll play West Ham tomorrow and then
Yeah,
Manu
tomorrow
next
about
Saturday.
12:15. Yeah, and then Manu on the next game.
Hey, by the time,
Yeah.
you know, so when we play West Ham tomorrow, if we win, what we are gonna do? We're gonna 9 points in front of Arsenal again.
Yeah, and we have but we don't play until
and then do you know that Arsenal have 2 games before Liverpool play Man U?
Yeah, we have Brighton
and Brentford.
We have Brighton on Saturday at 12:30.
Yeah, Brentford.
And then we have Brentford. We have Brentford. Yeah,
no, you have Brentford during the week and then Brighton on Saturday.
Right. So what I'm gonna give it. So you play West Ham, I play Brighton Saturday.
Yeah.
You play 10 o'clock, me play 12:30. Then you play.
You don't have a game in the week, yeah?
No, yeah, man, and so the next game I play will be against we play Brentford. Hold on there. Yeah, man, Brighton.
Yeah, you play Brentford.
Yeah, right. So on the
so
first on Wednesday we play Brentford. And then we play
Saturday you play Brentford.
Yeah. And then you play on Sunday versus United.
Right. So when I say if Liverpool win tomorrow,
right.
If they win,
yeah,
which I expect them to, that means Arsenal would have an opportunity to trim the lead to 3 points before Liverpool play Man U.
Yeah.
But Liverpool will have played 2 games less then still.
Yeah. Because they still have the Everton game to play.
Yeah, man, it's looking good for us.
But
we exceeding expectations.
I'm surprised that we check on your thing, with the thing,
Yeah. Let me know about in time. Yeah. In time it knock off. Just give me the heads up.
Yeah, man. So me shout you tomorrow. Later. Me
call
bless
you.
Yeah, man.
All right, bless up yourself.
All right, so people, listen, bless up yourself. Wonderful show. We talked about the under 17. We did some EPL, some JPL. Talked about some of the stories. We're going to develop on some of these stories going ahead. Generally, we don't do a Saturday show, but we did one today, and it was good. Maybe we need to do it a little bit more often. I want to say a big thank you to every single one of you. Today is the 28th. We're going to do one show before the ending of the year, a big one. You understand me? Again, I want to say a big thank you to all the persons who participated in our Christmas effort, the feeding of the less fortunate and the giving away the toys. Your efforts have certainly made a big, huge impact and change. I want to say we really, really appreciate it. All the viewers, followers of I Am Sure Sports, and every one of you add some level of value, either by your membership, your being a moderator, you calling in, you listening, you watching, you subscribing. Much appreciated. And while we may not agree on all things, it is good that we can have civil discussion without any grievances in the heart and in the mind. Free your mind, free yourself. Don't walk around with people in your heart and in your mind. You understand me? Make sure your conscience is clear and your heart is clear. You understand me? Who shall ascend in the hills of the Lord? He that has clean hands and a pure heart, who have not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully. So make sure that your heart and your hands are clean. You understand me? That's my word to you. But I am man in this land. This has been I Am Sure Sports. I want to say blessed love. Hit the like button before you go. As usual, when it comes to the end of the show, we say we are over and we are out of here.